that's so good.
Wait, don't drink that.
Why?
Diet soda isn't good for you.
Says who? Donald Trump drinks 12 a day, and he's a stable genius.
Well, I heard diet soda makes you fat.
Well, that's not what I heard.
Think about the decision you just made between diet and regular soda. Which one did you choose and why?
In this episode of Bio 100 Final, we'll be exploring if diet soda does make you fat and looking into some other interesting facts. So, how much soda do Americans drink every year? Well, on average, each of us drinks 44 gallons of diet soda on a yearly basis, meaning that if we were to take this pool and fill it up 1,000,000 times, that's how much soda that America would drink this year. So let's talk about diet soda. What does it actually have inside of it? Do you have any idea, Jeremy?
No, not really.
Let's go ahead and take a look at that ingredient label. It has a lot of different things: caramel color, phosphoric acid, potassium benzenate, even aspartame.
Well, actually, aspartame isn't that bad. It's just made up of phenylalanine and aspartic acid, and so which are both amino acids and are actually found commonly in food that we eat normally. So there's no reason that should have any relation to weight gain or obesity.
Interesting. Let's keep looking.
So if the ingredients aren't explicitly poison, then why is it that everyone's always talking about diet soda making you fat? We talked to a biologist to learn a little bit more.
So what happens when you drink diet soda?
Whoa, let's talk about it. Okay, so basically when diet soda is ingested, it affects the body in several distinct ways. MD Rebecca J. Brown performed a study to determine what the artificial sweeteners in diet soda do to humans in their body. She found that as far as digestion goes, serum insulin levels tend to rise, and the sweetener works with glucose in the gut to enhance glucagon-like peptides. This increase is then mediated through stimulation of sweet taste receptors on the L cells on your tongue.
So what does that even mean?
Okay, so basically, in simpler terms, the digestion of large amounts of chemicals and the artificial sweeteners in diet soda disrupts the balance of insulin and glucose levels in your body.
This basically means that when you drink diet soda, your body expects to get nutrients, but doesn't, so it feels deprived and searches for more calories in other places.
So,
Maybe I should stop drinking this. Let's go. So what other studies exist to show the effects of diet soda?
So scientists Denise M. Tompkins and Edward M. Sellers did a study on how addiction works with your brain and how it affects the pathways there. So they found that as the artificial sweeteners in diet soda were ingested, the dopamine pathways in the brain are activated, stimulating pleasure and creating a craving for more. So basically, the more that you have these artificial sweeteners in the diet soda, it creates a need in your body for you to have the sweeteners in it.
So does this addiction lead to obesity?
Not necessarily. It does definitely affect the neurotransmitters in your brain, but there's just correlational studies saying that the more that you intake these bad things for your body, the more likely you are to become obese and to gain some weight. So it's not a 100% proven fact, but they definitely correlate. So
A lot of the research in this field you'll find is very correlational. It links obesity to diet soda, but it doesn't necessarily tell us why it happens. If correlation led to causation, that would mean that ice cream led to murder, which would be crazy. So to find out how linked obesity and diet soda are, at least causationally, we decided to ask a scientist to learn a little bit more.
Scientists from the University of Texas held an observational study in which they monitored the intake of diet soda in a sample group of people in their early to late 30s. The study showed that those who were found to consume diet soda on a daily basis had a 36% higher risk of type 2 diabetes and metabolic syndrome. Metabolic syndrome is the condition of having multiple health risks like high blood pressure, high blood sugar, abnormal cholesterol levels, and excess body fat around the waist. While this data does not necessarily establish causality, the positive association between diet soda consumption and metabolic syndrome is undeniable.
So as we've discussed in this video today, there's a strong correlation and possibly causation between diet soda and obesity.
This is because of the addictive properties in the soda that can lead to cravings and overconsumption of less healthy foods.
So depending on which choice you made between regular and diet soda, this could have long-term impacts on you down the road.
The good news is that if you have one every once in a while, you'll be just fine.
That's pretty cool. I guess Trump doesn't have all the answers.
That's right.